What's good, guys? I'm bringing another marquee matchup prediction today for you guys. Last week it didn't go too well, let's be honest. They absolutely fucked everyone over with their predictions, not putting City and United. How the fuck you don't put City United in the fucking marquee matchup? It goes straight over my head, but it is what it is. But hopefully this week I brought you a few more predictions. Hopefully these guys are in it, so you guys can make a bit of coins from it. I've just done the main leagues. I've done the French league, the Prem, the Spanish, and the German. If these guys are in it, this is probably the teams that are going to be in it. So we'll start off with the Marseille-Lyon derby. It's probably one of the biggest French derbies out there in French football. This is. So I suggest really investing in this one. This is probably one where I would say to invest in the most out of all of them, mainly because there's 4 derbies this week in the French football, so one of the French teams have got to be in it, you know. Well, they should be. Now my luck and everyone else's luck, they won't be in it, so just be wary though that they could throw a curveball in there and it might not be the French. If you are going to do it, I say invest in cheap French players, discard ones. Marseille and Lyon players. I put a few examples on the screen for you guys to go for. These guys are probably discard. They're unrares. Discard. Just try and pick them up for cheap as possible, just in case it doesn't come through, and then you can just sell them on for whatever you brought them. If it does come through, I can imagine them going up to about 800 to 1,000 coins, depending on how much you buy them for at the time. Also, left backs and right backs from the league, and wingers possibly. They're always good to buy because it's usually quite limited left backs and right backs in the league. And for some reason, every time there's an SBC, they go up so much, just in any league. Like, I think it's Leighton Baines when the 83 rated SBCs come out and stuff like that. Leighton Baines, for some reason, always flies up. And like a lot of other left backs and right backs had the same effect when it comes to league SBC. So yeah, I would recommend getting them. We'll go on to the next one, which is City and Spurs. This one, it's got a slight chance of making it. It's probably the biggest game in the Prem this weekend coming. Just because of the calibre of the teams, really. I wouldn't suggest going too hard on investing in this one. If you do buy players, I put a few examples on there. These probably two I would probably say, like Davis and Trippier. They're Tottenham players. I'm not sure. Let's have a quick little look how much they are right now. 600 coins, right. I know for a fact, because I remember when Tottenham was in it last time, they went up to 1,000 coins minimum. So, just in case it does happen, you can, I would buy these. But if it doesn't happen and you've got the transfer space, just keep them there, and eventually you're going to need them. England comes up, like Premier League football comes up quite often, so the right backs and left backs would be fine to have there in your club. The next one is the Madrid versus, let me see how you say their name, Leganes, I think it's something like that. This has a decent chance of making it. There hasn't been a Spanish league game in the in the marquee matchup, sorry, for a few weeks, so this one is quite a decent chance. I would say go for, if you're going to invest in it, because there's a slight chance, obviously. To be fair, all of them has got quite a slight chance of getting in it, because there's always like curveballs in there, and you get like a Swiss league one, you know what I mean? So I would say for this one, go for Spanish players, because you're going to probably need Spanish players. Left back, right backs as always, and the cheapest possible players from these clubs what you can get as well, just in case they do go up. They're worth keeping. And then we've got the last one of the video is Bayern versus either Stuttgart or Dortmund. Dortmund's in the cup game, so there's a possibility that they throw a cup game in there just because of how big the game is. So it could be a decent chance that Bayern's in it. I would suggest going for Bayern players the most because Bayern's actually in both of the predictions what I put in. But yeah, why it could be Stuttgart as well. They're quite they're an established Bundesliga club. In the sense of the size of them, they're well known. So coming up against Bayern is probably quite a big match in Germany. I don't know personally, but I would assume it is. Just buy cheap German players, left back, right backs, and discard. That's my always suggestions for investments. Is always go for the left back, right backs, cheap discard players. Mainly because you hardly lose coins from it, unless you invest fucking loads in it. But I wouldn't suggest investing like hundreds and hundreds of K. I recommend just doing like 10, 20K every week just into players. You're not going to lose much if it doesn't come through, but if it does come through, you're laughing. Really, you're making the money. So yeah, that's it, guys. Thanks for watching. If you guys know of any games that could be in the marquee matchup for this following week, drop them in the comments so people can see them and get some investments in, and hopefully they can make loads of coins with you. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. I'll see you next time.